So I'm in Wales for this week, so all of my runs are going to be on South Wales trails, and today I'm just north of Merthyr Tydfil, just around the Brecon beacons, and going to be running some trails here around this. Pretty spectacular. Wow, pretty high up here. You look down, there's a nice like reservoir slash lake or something in the distance there. It's nice and cool today. I say that, but it has been quite changeable. So sometimes the sun coming out and sometimes getting a bit chillier, so there's quite a breeze that's been kind of pushing these clouds over, but no rain as of yet. So very nice conditions to run in today, and hardly anyone out here as well. Very deserted up on this part of the Brecon beacons. No one out here apart from the sheep, who look a bit intrigued by seeing people running along. Probably wonder what we're doing. Lots of limestone around here. Well, limestone, I think. Any geologist do correct me. We've seen quite a few quarries as well as we've been going along. Well, a few old disused quarries. Slightly gnarly hills here. Quite technical. Haven't got massive lugs on these trail shoes. These are my Asics Gel Venture 8s. I've almost done a couple of 100 miles in these, so I'll be doing a kind of review after 200 miles shortly on the channel. But you know, to give you a flavour, they're pretty good, but maybe not the best for this kind of more rocky terrain. So I've done 2 other runs so far this week, and the first one was just like a exploring run around near where we're staying. So quite a rural one, quite muddy and overgrown paths there. Didn't film anything on that one, but there's a second one I did, and that was on Wednesday, so yesterday, and that was in Cardiff, along the Cardiff Bay Trail. So I'll show you some things what I filmed on that one. So I finished up this run, and here's some of the things I filmed on the Cardiff Bay Trail. abseiling in the corner. It's Saturday and it's my final run of this week. I'm doing my favourite kind of run today, which is a long, easy run. So I'm going to do a half marathon today, 13.1 miles, no pressure on pace. And I'm going to be exploring a route that I did earlier this week. I found a kind of loop near where I'm staying in Ystrad in South Wales, which is about 5 miles. So I'm going to do that a couple of times and then add a bit on at the end. And it's a nice path, this one, overall. There's a good kind of mix of terrain. So I'm on road at the moment, but there's also some fields to run through with longer grass. It's a bit tricky, so my shoes are pretty soaked already after doing one lap, and I'm about 5 miles in. But nice fields, lots of sheep and horses and cows to look at, and I'm also going to be doing some stuff through the woods. So there's some more rocky trails, some more muddy ones, so very nice variety on this. This should be good training, not just for Brighton Marathon in terms of kind of time on feet and stamina, but also for the Downslink Ultra that I'm going to be doing in October. That's a 38 mile ultra just along the Downslink path, so around Guildford to Shoreham. So I'm on the second loop round and we're going to shoot off into this pretty muddy path here. So I've got to be a bit more careful here. Got to watch my footing. Ooh, yeah. Face of concentration as I try not to fall off into a massive puddle and get a mud bath. So it's been a good week overall. This week of marathon training, week 8. Good for interest, because all of my runs have been on South Wales trails, so trails that I'm not used to. It's been really good. And I've kept it a normal week on the whole, with intervals, long easy run. The only thing I haven't done is some hill reps. That's really because I thought there's so much elevation that I'm getting in anyway with these hilly paths in South Wales. I thought, no, actually I won't do hill reps this week because I'll just have lots of elevation in my runs anyway. The back issue from last week seems to have completely gone away, which is good. So no back problems this week. Again, I'm just going to kind of listen to my body, see how it is. But I've been doing my back stretches, my physio, and that really seems to have worked. So looking good at the moment. So I'll show you what I've got in my runner's lunchbox today. For liquid, I've gone with some active root ginger, just dissolved in water. Got some water in the back actually as well, in the back of the pack. So I've got a litre in total, 500 mils of water, 500 mils of active root. I think it might be a bit of overkill actually, probably could have been alright with the 250 millilitre bottles on the front of the vest. So I've gone with that. And then in terms of food, half eaten Lucio Delito there. So it's just guava and sugar. So I've gone with one of those. And also gone with some Cliff Blocks ginger again. So matched with active root flavour. Big fan of ginger. Some of these paths are so overgrown, it's quite easy to miss them. Probably looks like here, I'm about to go into a hedge. But actually, there we are, there's the path just round the corner. I found that quite a lot of the styes here as well are rotten. So what I stood on yesterday and just fell completely off it. I think these paths just must not be used very much. So I'm doing quite a lot of walking today. I'm trying to avoid the nettles and the brambles as well. And heading up into the woods now. So I ran through some fields. Now I've got some hilly woods paths to do. So that's all my runs done for this week, 13.1 miles there, mainly at easy pace, but for the last mile I just did a faster one just to see how my legs would get on with a bit of pace whilst they're fatigued. Probably good marathon practice. Oh, almost slipped there. Got to remember to watch the floor as well. So thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing, and see you all next week for week 9 of marathon training. So see you all then.